Amaravati is the people's capital, a beautiful, green, sustainable, smart city that embodies the democratic values of India. Drawing on the surrounding landscape, it is a celebration of the local culture and heritage of Andhra Pradesh. On the banks of the River Krishna, the governmental quarter is at the heart of the city, designed in cognizance with Vastu principles. This sustainable transport system will result in a 40% reduction of carbon emissions. The design of the buildings will also minimise energy usage with the photovoltaic roofs. The renewable energy derived from the rooftop PV systems is equivalent to the energy demand of all residential buildings. The State Assembly sits at the head of the ceremonial axis and will be a landmark building for Amaravati. We have designed two options for the State Assembly building. The first is based on the idea of an ancient stupa that gently rises from the ground. Surrounded by a large pool of water, the stupa forms an enclosure for a great public gathering. Lit by a large oculus, much like the roof of the Pantheon, a ramp spiralling throughout the building's interior contains a museum display on the culture and heritage of Andhra Pradesh. This ramp leads up to an observation deck, which has fantastic views of the surrounding landscape. A winding rooftop route on the building's exterior leads back down to the ground level. Option 2 is a heroic form that rises up as a spire in the centre of the city. Situated in the midst of a large man-made lake, the metallic roof shades 5 curved forms that will house the people's representatives. The curved forms have been inspired by the sacred Purnakambam that is depicted at the centre of the symbol for Andhra Pradesh. The forms are translucent to reflect the values of transparency within the government. The roof shelters a large public forum and is designed like a chimney to draw cooling breezes through the buildings. The roof features a unique observation deck 500 feet above the ground, allowing people to enjoy the fantastic views of Amaravati and the surrounding landscape. The Justice City has the High Court as its centrepiece, situated in the midst of a lush forest. There are two options for the High Court building. The first has a tree-like structure that forms the framework for the building. Accessed via a grand public entrance space, a series of pavilions surround the main central building, which houses the courts and the judges' chambers. The structure is inspired by the local jewellery and creates a beautiful interplay of light and shade. The Honourable Chief Justice's Court sits at a higher level, presiding over the other functions. The second option sits atop a grand series of steps, reinforcing the elevated status of the building's function. Inspired by the local temple vernacular, the building plan is formed of a series of concentric rings with access from the north. At its heart are the most private judicial functions, with spaces that become progressively more public, moving away from the core. Amaravati, a city for the people of Andhra Pradesh, a 21st century capital, and an aspirational vision for the rest of the world.